last game we did a ton of things well. We just didn't make open shots. So that's like one of those games that you look back on, and we had ourselves in a position to win that game without making shots because of hustle plays, getting offensive rebounds, limiting them to one possession. Like overall, a good game. Just you have to make shots to win, and we didn't.
What do you think about, as far as the coach's first year here, what do you think about the job that he's done, considering how the season has gone? You've obviously played for him before, but just part of the reason why I'm asking.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's easy to judge based off of a win-loss record, but I think there's a lot more that goes into it than that. Obviously I have a pretty good relationship with Coach Bud from Milwaukee, and I know that where our record is at right now, he's obviously not happy with, and I don't think anybody in this organization is happy with it. So it's hard to look at the big picture right now.
What's kind of the approach to this week? Obviously, you guys are kind of on the outside looking in, need to make up some ground and get a little bit of help. Does that change anything in terms of the approach?
Not really. We just, we got to do what we can control, and that's we got to win some games here. So we can't really look at what's left. I think for us, we're in a position right now where if we went out, we put ourselves in a good spot. If we don't, we don't. So we just got to look at what we can do.
Looking at Book, at times this year, it seems like he's taken on more of a playmaker, facilitator mode, but with KD out, he's kind of flipped that switch back to scorer. How difficult is that as a player to kind of adapt to whatever the team needs based on who's in and out?
Yeah, I think it's tough, and even game to game with different lineups that we have out there, he kind of switches how he plays, and he's kind of been a do-it-all guy for us this year in a lot of ways. But recently, even before Brad came back, like picking up the scoring load for us, and he's being super aggressive offensively, and not only creating good looks for himself, but creating good looks for other guys too. That's the kind of player he is. We all know he's a great scorer. He can put up a bunch of points.
Grayson, when Dwayne asked you to assess Coach Bud, by the way, Greg Moore, Arizona Republic, it's good to see you, man. You said that there were more factors that go into the season besides the win-loss record. Do you feel comfortable elaborating on any of those factors? I imagine injuries are one, but...
Yeah, all I'm saying is I think it's easy to judge coaches based off of the win-loss record of the team, but I think there's a lot more than that, and we're all obviously disappointed in what our record is, but if you're going to ask me if coach has done a good job or assessing what he's done, like from the locker room to film sessions to coaching outside, that's all I'm saying is there's a lot more that goes into it than just wins and losses. You can do a bad job and win a lot of games, you can do a good job and lose a lot of games, you know what I mean? So just a lot more that goes into it than just our record.
Is it jarring to kind of see how quickly coaches can be let go? I don't know if you saw the Michael Malone just got fired in Denver.
Yeah, I just saw that. It's shocking. I mean, we're obviously all of us are on the outside looking in, but his last two, Taylor Jenkins and Mike Malone, especially the state of the season, seem shocking and out of nowhere. And they seem like guys who have done a great job, which is kind of what I mean. Like, you would look at those teams and, think that their coaches have done a good job with them, but it's kind of crazy how fast this league moves on from people now.
Do you feel like Coach Bud's done a good job in the other areas, the film, preparation, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, he has.
Just to follow him up on that, why do you think the season's going the way it has?
There's a million reasons, a lot of reasons why. It's tough to just pinpoint one thing. Like, you can say injuries early, lack of continuity early. You could say our failure to win games on the road. Like, we have a pretty good home record and a terrible road record. talk about the defense. We can talk about all the different lineups we've tried to run and finding different things. There's a lot, and at a certain point when you can come up with that many reasons, they just become excuses. And the guys here and in the locker room, we just needed to be better up to this point and figure out better ways to win.
Grayson, what do you
What'd you say?
What are you most looking forward to just in this final game homestand?
I mean, it's always fun for us playing at home, and we get a few more opportunities to go out there and compete and give ourselves a chance.
Thanks, Grayson.
Yeah.